Hello everyone, if you are ZCN UI lovers, don't miss this twblocks.com website that gives you a list of components that you can just copy and paste to create beautiful landing page. As you can see, there's a headers, hero, and then cases, testimonial, and etc. I'm going to showing you how to create this landing page right here. Looks super clean, as you can see. We have the headers, right? And then also the hero section look incredible. This one here, some logo with carousel look pretty great, and also some filters here, and then the price and also the footers. And this is also responsive. If I open that on the mobile, it's gonna be look like this. As you can see, if I click the navbar, it's gonna be look like this, super clean. And then as you can see it right here, yeah, basically I also showing you how to customize the header and etc. to make it look beautiful. And yeah, this is just a component. Of course, you can customize to whatever you want. And I'm gonna give you some tips and trick to basically how to better way customize this component. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. So let's first go to Next.js documentation, and we are going to install a Next.js application. And for the application name, I'm going to say my assess app, and I'm going to use TypeScript, Tailwind, and also ESLint, and hit enter. Source directory no, IP router yes, turbo pack yes, import alias no. After Next.js installed, so now we are going to install a setcn. So let's go to setcn documentation and run the npx setcn add lattice init. Style, I'm going to use New York, neutral, CSS variable yes. And as you can see, because we're using React 19, we are going to use flag -- force. This is going to be install all the dependency. Great. So now let's say npm run dev. All right, great. So now let's go back to twblocks, and the first component that I'm going to implement is headers. So let's click headers, and if I click show code, as you can see, this is the header component look like. And then we are going to just copy the code with this button right here, and then go back to VS Code. And then first thing first, let's create components folder. And inside the components folder, I'm going to create header.tsx and just simply paste all of that. And as you can see, if you scroll up, we need to basically install the button, and also navigation menu come from setcn UI. So let's do npx setcn add lattice add button and also navigation menu. Hit enter. All right, it's done. So now let's do npm run dev again, and then let's try to import the header component inside the layout. So let's go to layout, and then I just want to paste that header on right here. So let's do header. The name is header1, so I'm going to change that to just header. Let's go back to that component, just change that component to just header. And of course, we need to just change this to header as well. All right, so now let's try to go to localhost 3000. All right, so this is what we have. As you can see, it look pretty nice. Let's go back to headers and let's see what we have right here. So basically we have this array navigation item that have a title, href, description, etc. All right, but this product doesn't have href, right? But inside this product, we have item, but inside the home, we don't have item. That's why, as you can see here, the home doesn't have children, but product and company have their children. All right, so let's just scroll down next. I just want to remove the company so we're not just confused about all of this navigation item. So now we just have to red. Nice. So next thing is I want to add border button on these headers. So let's go right here. I'm going to add border bottom, border B. Let's take a look. Nice, right? And also I want to just remove the height right here, and then I just want to change that to maybe 14. Right, nice. So next, I just want to remove this TW blocks on the center. And as you can see on this div container right here, on the large, basically the default grid is 3 column, right? So I'm going to change that to just 2 column. Let's do that. Now we just have 2 column. And then as you can see inside this container, we should have 3 column, 3 div, I mean. This div right here, and then this div right here, and also this div right here. I just want to remove this on the center right here. Remove that. Of course, this will be on the right side. So we have a book a demo and then sign in and then get started, right? Let's save. And as you can see, we have home, product, and also all component on the right side. Let's see how this navbar look like on the mobile device. So I'm going to make it small. As you can see, basically the home and product is gone, right? So let's take a look on the code. Right here that we're wrapping everything inside this grid column too, right? We know, as you can see down here, this div is basically everything you see on the left. That means just this home and also this product right here is basically inside this div, right? So as you can see on the small size, the display is hidden, right? On the large, the display is flexed. If I remove the hidden like that, so now the home and the product, it still show even we on the mobile size. What I'm going to do is I just want to remove the product, not the home. The way we do that is let's go back to the navigation item map through right here. As you can see, if item have href, that means this is just for home, because as you can see right here, home have href, but the product doesn't have, right? So if item have href, we're returning this one, but else we're returning this one, right? So in this case, I'm going to set that to hidden. But for the, let me see right here on the large and more, I'm going to set the display to just inline. So let's do that inline like that. So let's take a look. As you can see, home is right here and the product is gone, right? If I open that on the large and more, as you can see, the product is right here. But I think I'm going to change that to display flex just to make sure the text and also the icon is going to be on the horizontal, right? So let's see what happened when I click the menu right here, for example. So as you can see, we have this space right here, right? So let's go back to the code and then see what we have right here. So when the is open true, that means this element is showing up. We need to basically decrease the top to maybe 14. Let's save and here we go. Nice. So basically everything is wrapping inside the container. This container right here, all right, basically around the headers, and also the container on this is open, which is if this is open, all this div is basically wrapping inside a container. We can basically add config for the container. So let's see the customizing right here. I'm gonna click on that. As you can see on the container, we can set the center to true and we can add the padding. So this is that we are going to use. So let's go back to the Tailwind config, and inside the theme object, I'm going to put this container. The center, I'm going to set that to true. That means when we create container, all the component is going to be on center. It's like a MX auto. And also we set the padding to RAM for each breakpoint right here. For small, we add to RAM. For medium, we add to RAM, and etc. Okay. I think we have some example right here. Yeah. If you want to have different padding value for each breakpoint, you can do like this. For small, you can do 2 RAM. For large, you can do 4 RAM and etc. But I like to just put 2 RAM for all breakpoint. And as you can see here for the screens, so basically the default for the 2XL is 1536. And then I just want to set the maximal to 1400 pixel for 2XL screen, right? So that's just what I have. I'm going to save that, and then let's take a look what we have on right here. I'm going to click that again. As you can see, now we have the padding to RAM around this div that show right here, right? Around the navigation item. Great. It's look really nice. All right, so now let's add another component. I'm going to add hero section, which is I'm going to use this one with this frame of motion. As you can see, it look pretty nice. I just want to copy the code and then go to components right here, add another file called hero.tsx, and then just paste that right here. As you can see in the top, we should install this frame of motion. So let's copy the name of the package, and then we need to just install it. So we can do npm install frame of motion. All right, it's done. So let's do npm run dev, and then I just want to change the name to just hero, and then just copy the component name, go back to the page.tsx, and then I just want to remove all of this and then just return a div. And inside this div, I just want to render the hero component just like that. And then just remove this div and also image right here. Let's take a look what we have on the browser. We get this error here. That's because hero component should be a client component. So we need to change that. use client on the top right here. So now everything should be fine. As you can see, we have the header and also this hero right here. Look super clean. And then next, I'm going to use the cases component right here. I'm going to select this one here and then just copy the code. So let's create case.tsx, just paste that right here. And then of course, now we need to install carousel. So let's do on the terminal npx setcn add lattice and then add carousel. After the installation done, we can do npm run dev and just import the case component on the page. So right here, we can do case like this. I just want to change the component name to just case. And as you can see down here, we have this beautiful carousel automatically play. But I missed something on this header. As you can see, the background is not really applied. So let's go back to the header and then we need to change the color to white. So on the header.tsx, I just want to add background to white like this. So now if I scroll down, as you can see, look pretty nice. All right, I just want to repeat all the steps for the features. Let me see. The feature that I use is maybe this one. I'm going to click on that and just copy everything. Just create features. So let's do features.tsx, paste, and then we need to install this batch. npx setcn add lattice, add batch, hit enter, and just import the feature on the page. Let's go back right here and then just import it. So as you can see down here, we have these features. And the next thing is let's find a pricing. Let's go back here and then the pricing that I'm going to use is this one. Let's just copy all the code, go back to components, create file called pricing, and then just paste everything right here. And then next we need to install the cart. So we can do npx setcn add cart. So change the component to just pricing and then just import that on the page right here. So now as you can see, you have the pricing. Great. So next, let's go back and then I just want to use a footer for now. Let's scroll down and CTA block. You don't want to use that. This contacts, no, just footer. I'm going to click on that, copy the code, go back to components, create another file called footer.tsx. Just paste that right here. And then we need to just import that on the home. So we can use footer like that. And then as you can see now, we have the footer on the localhost 3000. All right, so maybe I want to change the background of the price, for example, right here. So let's go to price. I'm going to find the price right here, pricing, and then just change the color to background gray, maybe 100. And then this is what we have, right? Look pretty nice. And let's just see on this case right here. For example, I want to change the background. Let me see right here, background to red 300, just for example. As you can see, basically, this is how you find the element of the component. So you know this space right here, it's basically come from these features. It's not come from the case, right? So I'm going to just remove the space right here. So let's go to features.tsx, and then as you can see, this basically padding vertically. So I just want to remove that and change that to just padding bottom. And also for the large and more, I also just want to set the padding for padding bottom. So if I save that, and as you can see now, the padding on the top right here, it's gone, right? So I can just remove the background on the case. So that's how you find the component. So just put a background color and you will find the element that you want to change. So as you can see, it's look incredible nice. And if I open that on the mobile, it's going to be look like this, as you can see. I also want to remove this tag right here if we on the mobile side. So let's go to case right here. Let's find this text right here. For this heading 3, I'm going to set the display to hidden by default. And also for the medium and more, I'm going to set the display to inline just to show the text on the medium and more breakpoints. So as you can see, now this is what I have. Looks super nice, right? So let's see on the full size. This is just look really, really nice. So as you can see, we already create this beautiful landing page with just copy and paste stuff. But the important thing about this TW blocks is this is customable. So you can create with your own style, whatever you want. And yep, I think that's it for this video. Hope this is helpful. See you guys on the next one.